Hi guys, Dorota International nail artist and educator here, and today we are gonna do this beautiful baby boomer with some pearl effect. I really love this set and I hope you really enjoy this tutorial as well, so let's start. So very rare to get my nails done after 3 weeks and have the rebalance done, but that's what we are gonna do it because we are away with Patrick for award night, and I'm wearing like an amazing white dress with lots of crystals on it, and obviously the pink holiday nails wouldn't go absolutely with it. Now I have clipped off the crystals here. I'm gonna try maybe one more, if not we'll just e-file it. So no, e-file it, the rest of the crystals, and I'm using like an not my best bead for that part because there is lots of metal things like, you know, those balls, but we need to remove them. So we are gonna start doing it. Always watch your eyes because they will jump out. Patrick, watch your eyes as well. Yeah, you can just move away. Ah! So you have to wear the goggles when removing those metal parts, and the reason for it is, like, I always first of all get my clients to look different direction because they do heat up. So first of all they are very warm, and then secondly they do shoot everywhere. Now here I will try to clip off this crystal. So I got lots of shoots on my, there we are, chest. And then we can file it off. That was such a pretty set. But we will swap it for a very elegant one as well. I'm swapping my bead. And now I will try to remove the color the way so I don't damage the shape, because the growth isn't like really big in here. I can just remove the gel polish, like the gel from it, the design, and keep the shape. So it should be a pretty quick job. As I say, very unusual for me to redo my nails after 3 weeks. This shell was really cute, nice and delicate. I don't like when the designs are over the top. And those shell manicures like have been really popular in a salon, like crazy popular. Okay, I'm making sure they all nice and clean. Get rid of this dust. And then we can shape them. So I'll push back the cuticles. And then nice V shape. Oh, and you get to see the thumbnail. So I'm not shortening them much, really. I'm just removing the color from it. V shape again. Here I've got a little lifting, always typical for this finger. That's the lifting gone. We had such an amazing holiday. Recharged the batteries, and obviously in a few hours we are heading to London for the scratch stars. Again, shape it nice. I had dilemma because I wanted to do all set covered with the crystals, and then I thought, no, we had that before, so let's keep it nice and elegant. And there is nothing more elegant than the baby boomer with a tiny bit of chrome over it, so that's what we will create in here. Okay, most of the bulk and the color is removed, and now I'm just gonna e-file my cuticles a little bit. So clean the things just so we can see what we're doing, and swap the bead. Oh, actually I would just swap the e-file. Would I? File first of all one side. A little bit of the nail fold, just a little bit because we still got lots of filing there. And then put it back into the reverse and do the other side. Nice and gentle. Again, a little bit on the nail fold. Clean the dust. And now I'm just gonna remove and blend like any loose product and blend the natural nail with the extension. For that I have swapped the side of the file, and I'm using 180 grit. So on the natural nail you always want to work 180 grit, and this is a best grit, I would say, because it's strong enough to give a really nice scratches to the nail, but it's at the same time gentle enough to don't cause any damage. And you have guys seen the condition of my natural nails many times when I'm carrying out the full removal of the old set, and yes, this works always best for me. Using 240 sometimes might be not enough on the natural nail plate, and obviously going anything higher than 180 is causing a damage, so don't try to use like 150 or 100 grit on the natural nail. This is really important. Okay, I do remove the dust again, and then searching again for any imperfections. I do find one in here, tiny bit of shine in there. I find it is better that way than just like filing and filing, like never-ending story, because then you can easily overfile the things. Okay, we don't need this dust collector, and I don't think so we'll need it for a shaping later on as well. Blue scrub to dehydrate the nail plate, so a really nice and squeaky clean. Make sure like there is no oils on the nail plate. There is no dust particles, there is no cuticles, everything looks nice and great. We are gonna use an extra nail prep. So this is an extra dehydrator. I like to do it twice because, like, you know, sometimes it's almost like we do wrap the oils which are on the wipe. Now I'm gonna use a milky pink because that was the gel which I have used previously on this set. Very rare for me, like it was first time ever for me, I think, getting this light color of the gel, because normally you see me wearing the perfect rose one, which is obviously also back in stock as well. Now, Universal Air Bond acts as a base gel, so it gives a really nice adhesion of the product to the natural nails. And then I'm just gonna use my gel brush. I always keep the product on my gel brush, so it's almost like moisturizing my brush. And this brush is really old, like really old. I usually do not replace my stuff until it falls apart. Especially the one which I'm using just for my nails. Like, you know, for the clients we do replace the things a bit more often because sometimes it's awkward to use some stuff. I pick up small scoop on the one side of the brush and then just remove the excess of it so your brush is nice and clean. And this way you can get to any place you want with the tip of your brush. So you can really nicely cap those free edge on the side here, like, and apply the product really nice and thinly. And you can see it, I do press quite hard with the product as well, just you don't have too much to file. And then I'm picking up another scoop. I'm kind of trying to measure it on the one side of the brush and then move my apex area. Okay, so you want to leave 1 millimeter gap, from even 2 sometimes depending on the temperatures, from the places you want your gel to be, and then start pressing harder again. And what will happen is the gel will just run into the places we want it. Okay, so I'm trying to work minimal with my product, less air bubbles and nicer shape. I'm gonna freeze it for about, ideally you want to always freeze it 10 seconds. Like anything shorter is really not good. It can kind of not freeze enough. So that's the 10 seconds gone, and I can move on into another nail. So again, nice and thin, like really strong, like I'm almost pressing those gel particles into my my natural nail. Press them in, pull those nail folds down, and then let's move the apex. So much smaller scoop in here, one side, other side. Here I need to do a bit more, and then once you're happy with it, press it down to remove any excess of the product. Make sure this side is done when I touched it. Happy with that? No, I'm not happy. There we are, let's freeze it. I have tried to do 2 nails, but I could see it on the first one, it wouldn't be a chance to do it, so that's why I decided just to freeze it quickly. Unfortunately, it's actually very warm, but lots of rain, so like not a nice weather. But that doesn't allow me to do this many nails, especially for this length, so I have to reapply those nice and thin layer. Now I'm gonna try for 2 of them. So minimal apex, and what I'm gonna do it now, I will just leave it at here. Okay, so by the time it's run, I should have a time to place it at there. So you need to kind of learn the temperatures of the product and learn your product to know how to speed up your process, like, and play less with it. Okay, I'm happy with it now, so I have done 2, and I should manage the pure pinky. Come on, pinky. Press very hard just so you've got less filing. Yes, I can cook them in and then we can shape them. Not much shaping there. Okay, close all your products so we can shape them and remove the inhibition layer. Always make sure you clean it nice and properly so there is no residue. And now I can file them. So just repeating exactly the same motions of filing, like one side, other side. shorten it a little bit, kind of straighten, then blend everything around the cuticle area. Nice blend there. And I find that this filing technique just works best for me, like because I get uniform nails every single time, and there is nothing to catch on, which means they do last better. And then I can just file it, the entire nail, like this. Nice and even filing. Check the thickness of it. I really like them nice and thin at the free edge, but they do have their bulkage. So like here they are nice and thin in there, nice and thin in here, and all my bulkage of the product is in this this place here. Like here is really thick. Like when I cut them, they are really thick. I had one of the questions like, oh, they are so thin, are they not gonna break? So you guys know, like I am very active person, like really active person, like covered with the cats and doing lots of different things, and it's really rare for me to break a nail. Like, I mean, even when we was doing the renovation of the salon, like, and that's what's lots of hard work, like with heavy tools. My nails are okay, like as barely I break them, so the structure is strong enough. Okay, then file this one, just the same, nice. You can see those filing lines, so you can see them, like I'm almost trying to create a stiletto shape. Like if I would go, you can see it, if I would put two files there, eventually they would join in together. So that gives me a really nice and sharp coffin shape. And they still look quite good. Always the nicest results you get with the fresh set. But because this one was just 3 weeks old, my natural nails are not that long underneath, and I can still shape it nice. Again, the same movement, so that will smooth out any kind of imperfection on my nail. And you can see it, I'm trying, so this nail always grows down, and I can show you the filing lines. What is happening, because it grows down, it's not catching and thinning out my free edge here, it's only catching those places. By this one, I'm gonna show you, this one is growing nice and straight, so I will be filing the free edge when I'm doing this movement. You can see it, the difference in a shape. So like this nail always like 3-4 weeks time, and it looks quite bad. So for that reason I have to change it so slightly, and I have to thin out the free edge, because otherwise it will look bulky. And I like it to be a credit card thickness. Like, this is a perfect thickness for me. I also keep checking like if it's nice and even through the entire surface. Blend around the cuticle area here. Same on this one. I like to also check the other view, because of the position of my hands, I cannot twist it to inspect the entire shape. Again, thin out, blend around the cuticle area. I really don't like the product to be too thick in there. And the pinky is the hardest one for me to shape on the camera, because ideally I should hold it much higher up. That will be very awkward for recording, so nice and slowly. Then I need to file this side. You can see it, what I did, because I was filing like this and my hand was running away. Look what's happened there. Like, this is a huge mistake. Like, it's so rounded off, it will look more like a ballerina, not a coffin shape. So can you, yes. So you can see there's a wee triangle there, and what I need to do is I need to keep the file so it doesn't touch this triangle, so really straight. Okay, I want to only file from here to there without touching this corner. So nice and slow filing. And that already looks a bit better. That's why I say pure pinky, because it looks ugly. Okay, shorten the free edge a little bit. thin it out. And again, I'm not touching this corner. So like as much as possible, I'm not touching this corner. Blend everything around the cuticle area. And the only choice I have to shape it nice is to place against something and use the file to gently remove only the excess of the product. So by going this way, I will be only filing the places which have too much product, because I'm not doing a pressure and I'm just going on the, like following the C curve. Okay, I'm just following the shape of the nail. Nice and slow. This is the only way to save this nail. And that already looks better. Okay, that's not too bad. I can just grab the buffer and just buff them, and then we can move on into the next step. So I'm using a gray buffer, 180 by 100 grit. And I really love it, like, because this part doesn't do anything to the cuticles, so you can really go and like file it there. Look what is happening, like how nicely blended this area becomes. And then same away, I'm brushing away. I'm even can sometimes touch the nail fold itself with the buffer. And I'm just buffing away any dust particles which might be on the side. And then just repeat my filing motion so the entire nail is really nice and good. Okay, this one is done. Same in here. See how nicely we can clean this area. Brush away everything what is on this side. Brush away everything what is on that side. And then all over. Same in here. Brush it away on the top. And then the same on the pinky. Okay, I'm happy with this one, so we can move on and clean the cuticles a little bit. So I've got something in here. And just a bit in there. Nothing on the thumb. We have actually filed away everything. I'm just gonna clean this mess and then we can move on into Baby Boomer. Okay, dust removal is really important because you don't want those dust particles flying everywhere. And now I'm just using a blue scrub to clean the entire nails, like nice, clean, get rid of the rest of the dust particles. Like make sure there is none of them in here. Okay, and we can move on into the baby boomer. For that, I'm gonna use the white gel and some sponges, which I've gotten here. And I wanted it to be really highly pigmented. Let me just get some room to put my hand in there. So I'm placing like a messy amount of the French first, just like this. I have noticed, there we are. And then using the sponge, we are gonna blend it. So I'm removing any fluff which might be on the sponge, and then just blending, just like this. Put those nail fold down. And I like my baby boomer to be quite intense and quite high up. Also, you can see it because most of the time when I have been doing my baby boomer, I'm not talking about the client nails, because on client nails this is the milky pink will be a first choice gel for me. But on my nails you have always seen me doing a blending with the Perfect Rose, which is so much harder because the gel itself is much darker and much more pigmented. But with this one you can see it, we have done it one layer and it doesn't look okay, it's not perfect, like, but it doesn't look too bad because of the color difference. Like, you know, the milky pink is so delicate that it's, yes, it gives so much better blend than the Perfect Rose one. But as I say, I prefer it on my nails. Just, I don't know, it feels like it goes better with my skin tone. You have to cure it at least 30 seconds. If you cure it less, guys, what will happen, like your sponge will absorb the gel which is on it. Doing something like this with the gel polish on its own is impossible. Like, you wouldn't get a really nice blend. You can do it with the very highly pigmented gels, and you could use acrylic powder. But like for like a really nice baby boomer, French gel is the best product to go for. Okay, then I'm just applying a messy French. So messy French. Not for this length, no. So for a client, yes, maybe 2 layers, like, but I still like to do it in 3. It doesn't take me long time. To be honest, it takes longer to freehand something, but no, not a chance. Now, if you can, ideally, you don't want to blend any product from the free edge. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just trying to blend the difference in between the gels. And that will give me a really highly pigmented result. So like my entire end is gonna be really white. But you have to blend it enough. Yes, I do 3 gradations, so like it always looks best. Okay, so this is my second layer. I am happy with it. No, I am not happy with it. Yes, I am happy with it. Let's cure it. And this time, because my last blending is only with what I've got left on my sponge, I want to make sure everything is cooked really well, so I can kind of press it a little bit harder with the sponge and massage the things in and blend things nicely. So 60 seconds cure now. Okay, that's them almost cooked. So I can just grab my sponge, and you can see there's lots of product left on the sponge. Lots, like really lots. And what I'm doing is I'm just perfecting my blend. Look how much is still there. Like lots of product. Okay, and then once I have removed like most of the product, I can blend it a bit higher up. And this is how I like it. Like, I really like it, them to be almost white, I would say. Just because I love white nails. Okay, that's me happy with it, so I'm just gonna give it a cure. Patrick is showing like, you went out of the camera. Okay, I've got too much in there. See, Patrick, you're disturbing. He's poking me like, and come on, I need to concentrate. I took a clean part of the sponge so I can fix what I mess up. Because I always mess up something. That's better. And then give it a cook. Okay, so it is a 30 seconds cure this time. And then we are going to use the High Shine No Wipe Top Gel. Now I want my top coat to be really nicely applied in, and again, because it is so warm, I might do it on 1 or 2 nails, especially that's we need to apply it a little bit more. So if we're working with the sponge, there might be always some imperfections, and I want to always make sure I've got it smoothed out with the top coat. See, like there's a, I don't know, wee air bubble or a wee fluff. So you always want to make sure this is all gone. Otherwise it will really show in a chrome. And I have inspected my nail like from every angle to make sure it is reflecting the light really nicely. Okay, then and here. Make sure it's everywhere. Check how the light reflects on it and fix this mistake here. Remove the excess there. So I'm kind of trying to fix the shape further with the top coat as well, if I see something. Nice and smooth. Keep checking what my top coat is doing. And usually if I'm fixing the shape, you want this top coat to stay at the certain places. So I'm just gonna freeze it before I paint the pinky, otherwise my top coat might move. Yes, it is keep moving, so remove the excess, add it more. Let's cure it, just like 10 seconds just to freeze it so it stays in the places where you put it on. And then we have to do it pinky. For a chrome, I like to cure the High Shine No Wipe Top Gel for 60 seconds. It works for 30 as well. I don't know, I just like my top coat to be cured 60 seconds. And I find it takes the chromes well. Now here I've got this missing corner as well. So just such a slightly touch can make a really big difference at the end. Let's cure it, 60 seconds. And then we are gonna wrap some chrome in there. So I've got some diamond chrome. It's just like a pearly look. And then we are gonna wrap this in. I decided that this will go best with my dress. Just this kind of pearly look. Wrap this in. nice and good wrap. Like, you don't want any loose particles of it because that will give you like a dull look. And the top coat always needs to be applied nice as well. Okay, that's me happy. So remove some excess of the chrome and then a base gel. So I've got the back of the foreman here. If the Patrick let me squeeze in. Base gel, soak of base gel. I always secure my crystals with the base gel, and this time obviously I'm using the real Swarovski crystals, and that's how my dress looks as well. Like, it has those crystals on it. It's absolutely so pretty, and I cannot wait to wear it. Everything will just match perfectly. Okay, on my thumbnail, I'm just gonna do like a triangle shape. The dress has a V-shape, V-shape decollete. Oh gosh, I don't know how to say it. V-shape neck. So that's why I decided this kind of shape on my crystal placement. And I really, because this isn't an old set, so like I would never ever apply a full set of the crystals on a freshly sculpted nails, or like which are pretty new, because crystals can make a nails look quite bulky. So that's why I decided to go for like a medium amount of the crystals, like not too many, but just enough. And I really didn't want the too large ones. So maybe next set, which will be my birthday set, big birthday. Oh, this is terrible. I mean, it's not terrible, it's a nice part of the life. Yeah, so next time maybe I could do more crystals because the shape is not gonna be this nice. Okay, so I have placed it 5, then 3, then 2, and I'm trying to work quite neat with them. 1, and then 3 crystals. 1, 2. I did move them separate like this because I had too much base in there. I have kind of pushed them away. Like, now make sure they are straight. Check it this direction. Okay, I'm happy. We are gonna freeze it for 10 seconds, okay? It's good to do it like those quick freeze so they don't move and they don't run. 5, 4, okay, 6 seconds will do. Here is a single crystal, and straight away I can place couple here. Again, I have moved the base gel, which I had it there. I can move this one a little bit, so I can squeeze another one in here. I think this is a really elegant set. I can still keep working on it, they don't move too much. Shake my box so like the crystals are into the right direction. And I always find it like keeping them in the lid so I have less of them. It's easier when you've got too many crystals in your pot, like it's quite difficult to pick them. It's much easier when they like this. So this is always the fastest crystals application, and many times like I had no time, so I had to do like a crystal application in the car so happy managing to record that now. It's actually quite late. Okay, that looks quite nice and straight. I'm just gonna freeze it so the base gel doesn't run. Like again, just couple seconds, and then we can do the crystal application on the ring finger here. Patrick, it's your fault. Everything is always, come on, get rid of it. Now, I didn't put the same crystal in there just because it was touching the base upside down. And with the crystals, it is all about its cuts, like, you know, they've got their certain cut in them. And we really want to keep the shape of the crystal, like to show its sparkle. Also make sure you do not, so I am placing them very close to the cuticle, like very close, but make sure they are not poking into your cuticle. Like you don't want crystals poking into your cuticle. Actually, you don't want any product on your cuticles, like, or you don't want any product on your skin. Please, guys, really watch for that. Like, that can cause lots of trouble. Like even if you're using the top products, you don't want to apply it in the wrong way. I like it so much, and I like the placement of them as well. Like they are at the right part of the nail. Like, you know, if I would do it too close to the free edge, like a bulk of it, first of all, it will affecting the look of the nails. It will make it much bulkier. So around the cuticle area is okay to have so much crystal. Now I'm gonna just cure them like about 15 seconds, and then we can apply the top coat. And again, top coat application is really important for me now and here, because, so first of all, I want to have decent amount of it around the crystal. I want to cap the free edge because I've got chrome in there. I don't have to scratch my nails, or I don't have to apply universal air bond or any other primers to make the chrome last on my nails. They are always, I don't know why, they always last good on me. But for most of the clients, I would scratch the free edge with the file. Okay, so I'm happy with the application of the top coat in here, and I'm very unhappy about the look of this nail. I am very unhappy with it. Remove any dust particles and try to somehow fix it. That's it. Happy medium, cook it. So this way I will be able to fix the shape, because you could see it was like a big wave in there. I really didn't like it. And again, the top coat has to be freeze for 10 seconds. You're so fussy about this one. He's too fussy. Has to be straight. There we are. That's straight now. Okay, middle finger. And even more, this is going to be actually quite shocking for you guys, because I will show you what, oh no, I will show you what I'm doing as well at the end. Even if I've got chrome, I would still file my nails and they would last. Okay, so apply the top coat in here. This nail is a really nice shape. Oh, he like to pokes me. Pull the nail fall down. This nail has a nice shape. Okay, let's freeze it again 10 seconds. And now I want to also tell you about the thickness of the nails. Like when we are applying like top coat, chrome, top coat, that gives some extra thickness. Same with the gel polishes, and you always need to take that into the consideration. That's why I say I love my free edge to be a credit card thickness. And then all the bulk of the nail and the area which I show you, and that's obviously our apex. And for those of you who have watched me to the end, I'm going to show you something else as well. Just touch up this corner. I am happy with it. So a final cure of 60 seconds, just so my top coat is really nice and shiny, and then I will have to let it cool down. I'm going to show you a nail form and a placement of it, because I think this will explain a lot about the structure of my nails. Like how I'm gonna show you like this. I've got some fake finger here, and I will show you like this. Patrick, can you hold this for me? Can we use your finger then? Your finger, I need your finger. Okay, I'm just gonna put some nail in there. 9, 8. Sorry guys. But I think this is quite important one. Perfect. Okay, so my nails are cured. And when we was talking about the structure now, so this is a nail. Actually, I might even don't need that. There we are. So this is a natural nail. Okay, and now we are going to apply a form over it. Let me show. Yes, it's perfect actually. Okay, so I'm taking the form. And I'm going to show you how I apply the nail form and why. And like how my nails are built. So I pre-pinch the form in between the fingers. So this has a nice C-curve, okay? So this is my C-curve. And then I apply the form. And how I want to apply the form is that it goes almost a little bit higher up, just like this. So the tabs here needs to be open, okay? And the form almost comes out. So I'm always watching. I actually didn't show that for a long time. I have explained that in some previous videos. So you can see this is so much higher up on this part. And when I'm placing my product and I want my free edge to be really nice and thin, if I would place the form like this, my free edge will be really thick. Because the nail will go down. Oh gosh, Dorota, make sure it makes sense. Because my form is up, like my bulkage of the product, you can see that now. You can. Do I have something longer even? No, I don't have anything longer. Okay, this is good. So I would need something which is very straight and long. Yeah, let's do with this one. There we are. Can you see a triangle? Yeah? Yay! Can you see a triangle here? So this is how the bulk of the product will look if I would apply very thin layer around the nail plate. So here, thin layer here, and then all my bulkage and structure is in that triangle here. Obviously, when I'm applying the product, I'm applying it like this, I would say. Yes, I'm applying it like this. But you can still clearly see. No, you can't. Can you? Yeah. Yes? Now it's okay. Now you can see what is, and this is the structure of my nail. Okay? So all the bulkage of the product is here. So even if I bank with it, and even if they look so thin, here is very thick because the way I'm placing the nail form. Okay, if you would place this form down the way, like and build your nails down the way, you would remove this product, like, so I like to place it high there and almost like look at to the extreme. Like this will be my bulk of the product, and then the free edge can be really nice and thin without of disturbing the structure. Even more, if I would bang with my nails like really strongly, like, I don't know, moving the stones or something, my nails will break somewhere here, because this is the thinnest part. So quite often, like, if they do break, they would break somewhere here. They do not break in there, not a chance, because there is like a huge amount of the product there. Okay, I hope that was very clearly.
These are saved.
Yes, so my natural nail is safe. I don't have to worry about those horror stories and everything. I want them, if I bang, I want them to break in here. That's why my free edge is so nice and thin. Okay, now, like you can see it is really nice and thin. Now, I really don't like this. So when I finish the nails, and if I'm doing a French to the client, I would just touch it up like this, okay, to remove that. They're actually even not that thin, to remove those mess, and that looks better, and it's not chipping. I don't know, like, I'm almost like kind of blending it and preventing the chip, I would say. It kind of doesn't make sense, because we always say cap the free edge, but I think cap the free edge applies more to the natural nail than to the artificial product. I'm doing it with the natural nails as well. I need to figure it out why this is happening, because they always last. Okay, clean everything, but never clean your top coat before it cools down, because the chrome's sticking to it. Because even if this is a no wipe top gel and it says like no wipe top gel, like no inhibition layer, there is a tiny bit of the inhibition layer coming with it, but that's how this set looks like, and I think it's so pretty, like nice pearly look, and it will go with my dress so much. Wish me a good luck, guys. I hope I will bring some wee trophy, hopefully. I'm sending you huge glittery hacks, and see you in the next video. Bye!